This is for the newer generations of the K series, and this is for an Acura RSX Type S 2002. Either seized up and it doesn't operate normally, so it can either fail open or fail close. Because if it fails open, it will circulate the coolants through the radiator, but it won't be able to regulate the temperature. So if it was fail closed, bottom of the radiator, your readings are going to be very off, and there's going to be a lot of lag between temperature coolant in the block versus the temperature in the radiator. So that's why these fail open. So that doesn't happen, it's a fail-safe. Grab the rag and you just simply open it. Take out the coolant cap. I have to remove the fucking bumper, so I'll see you in the next step. Alright, so far, take out these two plastic clips that hold it on. There's at least 4 or 5 on the bottom. So we got 2 screws that stick up vertical that hold it into the fender on each side, and then these ones are holding the plastic guard, slash guard underneath the car to the bumper, so it all doesn't move around. I'm jacking up the car front end so I can get at these plastic clips, because otherwise I don't have enough angle. And there's one on this side and the one on the other side. And the goal of attack is to get this bumper off so I don't damage it, because I'm going to remove the radiator. Once you get all the bolts out, you can just pop off the bumper by pulling it in the direction, this direction. You don't want to push it down or up, because you'll mess up the brackets that's underneath this. So, here we go. Like so. So make sure just don't break it, because these things are pretty expensive, and plus painting them is a pain in the ass. So, same thing on this side. Now, is I am there we go. So with the bumper off, we can move the AC condenser out of the way, and then will give me access to the radiator. So the whole reason why we had to remove the AC condenser was because I got Prestone coolant filled overflow tank, and you can't access the bolts that's connected to the radiator shroud housing, and in order to get to it, you gotta basically pull out the radiator. Alright, so the radiator's out, the headlights are out, AC condenser's out, fluid's drained. So, the reason why you gotta take all that shit out, because you can't access any of the shit from the underside. What I'm gonna do is, the next step, replace the thermostat. Actually just compare it to the old one. So, there's a seal down there, and this one took a shit. So, this is a brand new one, and then put everything back on. Right here, this shit was already leaking out of the seal. It was only on the car for about maybe a year and a half, so I replaced it with the OEM Slave from Honda. I had to remove the front bumper brace. Just a bumper. I gotta put it back on. Probably just put the AC condenser on before. The headlights are back on, and then that bumper is going back on tonight. And I'll post one more update, and then tomorrow we'll get this thing up and running. Bumper's on, so I'll put it back together. I gotta wait for this radiator to get above freezing. So it's hovering around 32. The further down you get, so it gets a little cooler. You come in here, it's above freezing, so distilled water will not freeze and then won't mess up the block. So while the car is warming up, there should be air bubbles coming out. I'm using distilled water and I'm going to drain it out, but I don't have a petcock valve. I only have a aluminum radiator, end tanks and all that stuff, so I got to use a 19mm wrench. Normally it'd be a petcock valve and you could just twist it on and off, but after I'm done flushing it out, I'm going to put some Honda blue fluid in it and then it should be all good. Once the radiator fan comes on at least 3 times, you know that the system's all purged, but I'm only doing it for a little bit until I get the fan to come on twice. So, because I'm also running the heats on max at full blast in the car, so I have it on max and max, and I have it on both feet. One more time comes on and then it should be good to go. It's the following night from replacing all that stuff. It's about 35 degrees outside. I gotta go check coolant, add some oil if I need some oil. 1 second. I'm gonna be monitoring my temperatures through Honda for the coolant. Here goes nothing. I'm gonna start this bitch up. Connecting. Connected. Alright, so we got it all up and running. Now, let me, don't want to get copyrighted. Now let me pull this out of the garage and talk about it a little more. It's already going to 93 degrees. That's a lot quicker than it was before. I mean, temperature sensor, I'm pretty sure there's only one on this car, and it's located on the radiator. There's not one located on the block. So, I mean, we'll see. Alright. As you can see, it's already warming up a lot faster. Damn camera, I've been able to figure out how to fucking focus on this damn shit. After about 3 minutes of idling, it's started to come up to 167 degrees, 66 intake air temp, and now I'm going to leave the garage and figure out if this actually solved the problem. And I actually took it out for a test drive this morning, but it was a little warmer, and it stayed above 169 degrees. I'm going to shut the garage and be right back. Alright, I'm back. Don't you love rocks? I know I do.
Bump. 55.
Let's see if it goes back up. Turn on the heat. I like to do this at night when there's no one around. Now we're at 170, 169, 167. We're going to do about 10 minutes of sustained driving at steady state. It's probably about 33 degrees outside, a little above freezing. Of a back at 170. It is working now. Thermostat is doing its job, opening and closing based on temperature to like 140, 135. But now it's just stayed at 170 unless I'm ripping it. Alright guys, take care. See you in the next video if I ever make one.